Yo, I'm a wonderful, beautiful broskis and broskies of the wonderful, beautiful Maverick Nation. I'm the Dark Shadow of the Maverick, the Dark Shadow Maverick. And you know it, he's here. Which means Bendy and the Ink Machine, what if? Well, let's crossover what if with Naruto. And God knows what else. Well, let me readjust the mic. Anyways, this is basically going to be pop. I really did pop. This is more or less going to be Naruto X Bendy ship. Basically, what if Naruto X Bendy fanfic? Yep. And you guys are probably wondering how that's going to work. How exactly that's going to work. Well, let's dive in, deep dive in, and find the hell out. Basically, we start off here, well, basically, with the final clash of Chidori and Rasengan. And basically, what changes here is Naruto's Vermilion Rasengan basically changes to a normal Rasengan, and it clips the Chidori Lament and skids off in like a slight different directional course, and it hits the curse seal on Sasuke, or where the curse seal is supposed to be, and basically channels the whole entire thing of just pure chakra into it, and basically it turns Vermilion Rasengan again, and basically Kurama's chakra kind of burns out whatever's left of Orochimaru's seal. Like first the pure Rasengan to like purify it, and then the Vermilion Rasengan to like, get rid of the rest. Basically, just destroy the freaking curse seal with the power of a freaking Rasengan. Right into his freaking neck slash shoulder area. And basically, right as Sasuke is about to like get conked the frick out, the frick of frack out, he's like, "Thank you, Naruto." Because yes, indeed, it does turn out that the curse seal was kind of messing with Sasuke's shit, like messing with his mind. Like taking that want for power and like amplifying it times a bajillion. Kind of like a drug. Sasuke couldn't get enough of it. And basically, Orochimaru in his pand, he's like, "Kabuto, the seal on Sasuke, it has been destroyed. How is it possible?" And Kabuto's basically like, "Well, the seal you put on freaking Naruto was destroyed by Jiraiya, so maybe Naruto did something. I mean, like, part of his, like, thing, like, is freaking, like, Fu Jutsu Masters, so, I mean, it could be a possibility." I mean, let's try to open our eyes here to the possibilities. Orochimaru-sama. And basically, Sasuke is now knocked the frick out, and Naruto is basically taking him back. And basically, all the other guys are taken as prisoners of war, POW. And, all the others, they need to get healed by Tsunade. And, well, it would be better if they actually had, functioning POWs. So they get possibly, healed by Tsunade. And, whatever happened to Sasuke's curse seal, mess that up, too. On the other guys, so yeah, basically, and even Kimimaro is taken, because apparently the Kaguya clan and the Uzumaki clan, they were close. And so, Naruto feels like, he may have gone absolutely insane, but, our clans are close. And so, yeah, just be respectful enough. So, yeah, they're all taken back. And some of them are able to be rehabilitated. Jirobo, not so much, because he's an absolute lughead, jughead. And, almost killed Choji. Kidomaru, basically, well, somewhat. Damn it. Kidomaru somewhat is able to kind of, get the treatment. And, same with Tayuya, because apparently they do some researching and figure out that Tayuya is actually part Uzumaki. Though they don't know what other clan she's related to. Because, only part Uzumaki. Though they do know that, from certain things, certain, traits, that she's not part Namikaze. That's not the other part. And, well, whenever talking about that, basically, basically Zakon and Yukon, well, they more or less had to put them out of their misery, considering the whole shit with what happened after they took off their for curse mark. They went absolutely insane. They had to take them out of their misery. So it turns out the only ones who are really allowed to live are Kidomaru and Tayuya. Kidomaru because he could be a useful member of the Anbu, and Tayuya because, well, Naruto deserves to have some family. And, Tayuya apparently is part Uzumaki. And upon further research, well, upon doing a lot further research, well, a lot further research. they figure out that Danzo pretty much isolated most, like, Tayuya from most of, if not all of her clan whenever she was young. So she literally has no idea about any other, part of her clan. At least what, part of her clan she could be elsewhere. Besides Uzumaki. Upon a lot further research, they figured out the part that was supremely suppressed was suppressed because Danzo was afraid of it. And, it already existed not suppressed, being trained by Kurenai, a member of that specific clan. And, well, whenever Kurenai hears this, she's like, Yakumo's clan? And basically, Danzo's basically, put on the spot. And he's like, yes, the Yakuma, yes, the Kurama clan. And basically, whenever Tayuya hears this, and is like, no wonder I was so damn good at freaking Genjutsu. Wait. Bastard? You son of a... And basically just stabs Danzo in the throat with her freaking flute. And, well, the whole thing about that is, well, she basically stabbed him so many times in the throat that it literally cleared all of the Sharingan on his arm. And he tried using the one that was, like, on his covered eye, Kodomatsukami. But that stopped whenever Kidamaru basically like hawks a freaking spider loogie into it, basically destroying it. And Tayuya is like, thanks man, thanks. And then the high five. High five. Or however many number, considering, Kidamaru's immense amount of arms. Curse seal or not. Dude has all the arms. It is not... One thing is indeed clear. Kidamaru does not skip arm day. Yes, I'm making arm day a thing. Deal with it. I mean, it should be, considering the dude has so many damn arms. And so basically, Tayuya now, knowing that she is part Uzumaki, part Kurama, part Uzumaki clan, part Kurama clan, and that because of the fact that she is part of the Kurama clan is why she's so damn good at Genjutsu. Especially with her flute. And, well, basically, one day, all of, like, Team 7 and the other teams, a good amount, they say the boys are back in town, but there are the girls, too. The Koinoichi are just chilling, and, they're at the, a favorite, barbecue place, Choji decided he was going to be the one to pick. And basically, well, Sakura, being as, the way she was, she, not really knowing, but she pretty much, decided to, put her next to Sasuke, like a seat next to Sasuke. And she didn't even notice until Sasuke actually got her to notice been like, Sakura? And Sakura's like, Sasuke? And, and Sasuke's like, don't be. I'm sorry for the way I've treated you for all this time. I can't believe it took Naruto kicking my ass for me to notice how I've been, well, for the longest time, I've been towards you guys. My only real family. You guys and Kakashi Sensei and the other rookies, you guys all around. So, if you have anything you want to say, I'm free here to listen and hear you out if it makes you feel any better. Basically, Sakura's like, Sasuke, I, I want to be your girlfriend. And basically, she's like ready to flinch and just ready for like the absolute freaking rejection. And that's whenever she gets surprised whenever Sasuke's like, I'm sure I'll think about it. We could go on a date. Like test this out. Test the waters. I've heard. And Sakura is like she's inside her head. She's like, what? So Sasuke actually isn't turning me down. Oh my god, this is the best day ever. Cha! Inner Sakura is like, oh my god, this is the best day ever. Cha! Love, true love prevails over all. I love inner Sakura. And basically, like, once Sakura's got out of her funk, or not funk, whatever, I was like, she's going to say something, but Ino beats her to it, Hey, Naruto, what about you? You ever gonna, Hinata? She whispers that part, Hinata. And Naruto actually says, listen, I know this is probably going to be shocking to some of you guys. Less more than others, pointing to Shikamaru. Because everybody knows he's the freaking genius. And basically, and well, and just basically, Naruto is about Hinata. Well, it's probably going to be surprising to a lot of you people, but I have multiple reasons why not. Basically, Hinata is realizing, Naruto really isn't trying to whisper. And not only that, but, kind of crushed inside, a lot. Not a little, but a lot. Crushed inside. More than one reason. God. Jesus. And, well, basically, Naruto's just sorry about that, Hinata, but I have multiple reasons. First is, your clan. Just overall, your clan. They would never let it happen. I am not stupid. I know that they would never let it happen. And second, well, I've kind of got my own thing going on, but when that leads into the third thing. I don't think Hinata's into sharing, or the clan into letting Hinata share anything with anyone that they don't deem to be the most perfect being on the freaking planet. And Hyuga standards. Sorry, Neji, but it's true. And Neji would just be there and he'd be like, no need to apologize, I know this. I know it a lot, actually. And Hinata would just be like, good points all around, but wait, what? If you do, then who is it? Like, just curious. Like, you don't have to answer. If you... And Naruto's just like, hey, I'm gonna stop you right there. It's actually been a while, and, well, they don't feel like having their identity mentioned just yet. Or at all, really, but, it's been a while. And, well, I'm still, hanging on to that, so. Well, I guess I can at least tell you how long it's been. I say, probably as long as I was ever really able to understand anything about love. Really. So, yeah. Basically, kicked the crap out of my crush with you, Sakura. And basically, the ultimate, like, what the moment that just happens whenever, Sakura's about to freaking go, like, Amazon attack on this guy. Sasuke just stops that, like, right then and there, and it's just like, well, guy or girl? Basically, he's just asking him the equivalent of, are you straight or are you gay? Basically. And the look on his face is just like one of like, sorry, but I just gotta ask. I just have to know. It's just like, curiosity that killed the cat. The cat being Sasuke this time. And at least that's what they think. That is until, like, Naruto just breaks it to him. Well, I hope you two are, you two and Kakashi Sensei are okay with having someone around who's, well, not straight. I'll tell you that. And then he just bounces. And Sakura's like, wait, what? And like, when did he learn the Shinshin Jutsu? Well, not only like, wait, Nani? And then like, wait, Nani again? When did he learn how to use a Shinshin? And like freaking Sasuke is just like, what the shit? Like, Naruto isn't even freaking straight. And not only that, but he knows the Shinshin. And wait, as long as he's been able to understand love? How long is that? Like different strokes for different folks. Like, that could have been a lot earlier than what most people think, Naruto. And just Naruto not being there, but Sasuke not really caring, just like saying it out loud. And Shikamaru just being like, let's just hope it hasn't really done anything to screw him over. Well, I haven't seen really anything too bad happen yet, including Naruto. But, well, let's not try to tempt fate. And basically, freaking Sasuke being like standing, like, being like next to Shikamaru and basically looking at the dude like, you and me both, buddy, you and me both. And basically grabbing Sakura and then getting the frick out of there, like leaving a tip. And basically Joji being like, aw, man, Sasuke's a really nice friend. I'm the one who, like, ordered all it's like, I'm the one who, like, went to go to this place with you guys. And he actually was the one to pay. Like, literally, he's just like, he paid for something I wanted to eat. Like, dude is really a nice guy. Like something happened in between part, like point A and part B. Point A and part, like point A and point B. Point A being Naruto and Sasuke kicking the shit out of each other, and point B being, well, what just happened right here and right now. And basically, Sasuke and Sakura doing, their whole thing, with each other. And basically, Naruto already going off and going to do something somewhere else. Basically, just going to his freaking 3-story apartment. Like, shit, like, 3-story apartment complex, like, 3rd floor apartment. And he's just like, good God. Well, let's check and see the damage. And, he looks inside and he's like, well, never seems to disappoint. Just like usual. Well, basically, I guess I'll just go ahead and he just jumps on top of the roof. And basically, he's like, well, and he just gets an ink brush and some ink and decides to draw a freaking pentagram on top of the roof. And then just jumps in. And basically, he lands somewhere different. And, well, he sees where he landed. Right on top of another pentagram, but this time in a different place. A place where you can hear the gears grinding and ink flowing, and he sees lights flickering, and the movement of a bunch of other machinations. And even the sound of popping out of several cardboard cutouts of a certain little devil darling, dancing demon. You know him, you love him, you may hate him, you may love him, I don't give a crap. And, well, all of it just starts to mix in together as he just waits, laying down Sonic style. Just waiting as he slowly starts to drift asleep. And then, freaking crack, really loud. And then he would just hear a really loud thump. And basically, he would wake up and see a floorboard basically just fell. And, well, some ink will start to leak from part of the thing, where the floorboard fell. And it started to form into something. And Naruto would be like, "Well, it's about time you got here. Silly bones." And Naruto would just giggle. My inky prince. And, this thing would start forming and would be like, my demon prince. And the thing would just start to Brattle style pick up Naruto. And Naruto would be like, "Ooh, this is nice. You don't do this all that much often anymore." And basically, we would just hear, "Well, you know how protocol is." Now, turn that frown upside down. And basically, Naruto would just be like, "Ah, yeah, well, that was unexpected." And basically, the thing would basically be like, "You know me. Mm, Dancing demon, little devil darling, Bendy." And basically, Naruto would just jump out of like the hands and basically, you know, stand tall, like basically like. And am I not glad to have met you all those years ago? And he was basically be like, and am I not just glad to be, you know, glad that to have met you all those years ago? Oh, some news? And basically Bendy's like, "News?" And Naruto would just be like, "Yeah, news. Like, oh, here's something that you might find spicy interesting. Sasuke and Sakura are finally hooking up." Oh, and another thing you might not find as spicy and interesting. Kind of had to drop the bomb, drop the news to Hinata that I was already taken. But, of course, like I said, like I promised, I didn't say who. Just that it was, been for a while. Ever since I first figured out what love truly was. My inky demon. And Bendy would basically just be like, "You better be glad that I love you, or else I would have truly caused some mayhem over there and what do you call it? Konoha?" Oh, man, you think we have stupid names. And Naruto would be like, "Not me, just everybody else. Well, that knows about you guys, and that's pretty slim." Of course, I had to tell the old man and Aruka, well, the old man being dead. Aruka tried to tell Tsunade and Shizune, but I stopped that pretty well damn quick. You are pretty terrifying, even in the little clips that I project into people's heads. By the way, thanks for that seal. With it was pretty quick and easy to get Aruka to shut his trap about you guys ever being around. And basically, Benny is just like, "Thanks." My Demon Prince. And then basically Boris would just come in and be like, hey guys, me and Alice found something in the mail. And basically, you know, it would just be a little something. And Naruto would read it for Bendy, basically, We'll just read out as, well, apparently with like Sasuke's Sharingan eyes, like, there isn't a lot much that Naruto can keep from him. As well as, the address. So, yeah. Basically, this is from Sasuke. Like, and the moment that was said, like, Brandy would be like, from the Uchiha? Damn, those damn eyes of his. Why do they have to fully mature now? Of all the times. Just as me and Naruto were about to get to doing. At Uchiha. And Naruto would just be like, and don't forget his girlfriend. Well, newly mounted girlfriend, pretty much. Like, talk about wee woo. Like, and Benny would just be like, wait, what? You were serious about that? And they actually did it. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. The world is going to end. And Naruto would be like, okay, my claims about them might have been a little bit exaggerated. I will indeed admit that. But still, we better prepare for war if this shit is actually as real as it seems. Basically, they want a double date. At least that's what I can tell. And basically, Bendy will be like, and where would that be? And basically Naruto would just give Bendy a deadpan look and like, where the do you think? I mean, I already know where Sasuke and Sakura live, but Sasuke and Sakura don't know where, well, they know where I live, but they don't know where you live. So yeah, process of deduction here. Or whatever it's called, here. And Bendy is just like, fuck me. With a friggin' pillow. And Bendy would just be like, did they give specific time? And, well, Naruto's like, sadly, yes. Apparently, no way in hell. Well, apparently, wait, no way. You were doing some pre-fight shenanigans while I was gone? And basically Bendy has been like, okay, yes, I was doing that in a way. And Naruto just like, you put the guy with a Sharingan and his freaking mask thing in a time loop, didn't you? And Bendy's just like, yes, I did. The Akatsuki are pretty much, FUBAR as far as any one of us are considered. Including the, Jinchuriki and Biju and all that. Yeah, pretty much considered foobar. Including Dude's brother. And with that, able to give out the news that he wasn't completely insane after all, safely, and not have him go the freaking Sasuke go into a freaking blood rage. And Naruto's like, oh well, what's that? I'm not writing this shit down. Pretty damn good writing material. This puts Ichi into shame. And basically, just teleport that shit. And basically, with Sasuke and Sakura, it's like, wait, what? What the hell? My brother, what? And apparently, the Akatsuki are in an endless time loop, basically causing the actual plan to go into actual Fubar, and the not actual plan to go even more in Fubar. So, whatever this shit is about this tree monster and some lady trapped in the moon, that's also Fubar. Like, individually and non individually. I don't even know how that's actually possible, but okay. I'm just gonna, take that as a yes, we're clear and he's, to go. And basically, back with Naruto and Bendy and everybody else, basically, the time stated was basically, seeing as the Chunin exams is like twice in a year, I think. Like, basically, somewhere time, like, within, like, the time they would be there during the Chunin exams, because this second Chunin exams is, like, inside, like, Suna, I believe. Yes, Suna, because Naruto was, and Gaara was that, and so Suna. So basically, in the span of 3 years, Naruto just does his thing, and here's that, Gaara he became the Kazekage, and, Naruto's like, good on you, buddy, good on you. And he even managed to hook up with Matsuri. And, well, Tamari basically deciding to hook up with Shikamaru for some reason. I mean, last time they saw them, like, she didn't even like Shikamaru. Lazy ass bastard. And basically, well, that whole thing, well, during the whole time of, like, time of rest, during the whole Chunin exam thing, like, second one, that's apparently in Suna, for some reason. And basically, it's decided that where they're gonna go to, like, double date. Well, exactly what was said. Basically Sakura and Sasuke get randomly teleported to, like, the frickin' studio. And they're like, what the shit is this? And basically Naruto would be like, yo, what up? And basically they would see some sort of inky thing behind Naruto, and Sasuke would be like, Naruto, watch out. And Sakura would be like, Naruto, I'll cover ya. And Naruto's like, cover me in what? And Sasuke, cool your shit. And you too, Sakura, whatever the frick. Remember, guys, how I told you that I was already kind of, taken? Ever since I actually figured out what love actually was? Well, that was actually because of this guy. Bendy, stop going intimidate mode. And that includes you, Sasuke, with your damn ass Sharingan eyes. Well, did you get the Mangekyo whenever you figured out that, The whole thing to deal with Itachi was kind of pointless. And, Sasuke's like, don't freaking mention it. I don't want to be reminded of that. And basically, Sakura's just like, wait, what? That's how you figured out about love? And Naruto will be like, hey, don't treat my freaking boyfriend like he's a freaking monster. Bendy, you can go off of the intimidate mode now. And basically, Bendy being like, sorry about that. Yeah, me and Naruto go way back. Like, weren't you like freaking 6? And Naruto, he would just be like, why'd you have to specify the freaking age? And basically, Sakura just looking like... basically, Sasuke just be like, 6! You were 6! And Naruto just being like, yes, I was 6. You heard right. And, well, it felt like true love ever since. Well, you got a problem with it? Take it up with me and Bendy. And, well, the whole double date thing. Naruto just like spending his like time like trying to figure out where exactly in the studio they should do this. And ends up, thinking, well, like, where would be a good place for this to happen? All this. And what more like that? Oh boy. Oh boy. And that's whenever Naruto starts thinking, oh, well, there was that place, with the cardboard, or whatever kind of board, you know, where Bendy said he appeared once to scare the shit out of Henry. Never really got to figure out what that place was. So, to that place we go. And in case any of you are wondering where exactly Sasuke and Sakura got teleported to inside of the freaking studio, the freaking toy room thing. And so basically they have to go up instead of down. And basically they have finally met with the scene. The whole scene and nothing but the scene. And, well, with some good use of some good creativity, with that inky stuff, Now all that's left is, well, basically, Sasuke and Sakura to be kind of like astonished by the fact that Naruto can actually cook. Like, he actually be a good cook. And, he's just, like, does all that. And just be like, be a pretty good ass cook. And, well, like, Sasuke just sees this tomato salad. And he's like, tomatoes? I love tomatoes. And Sakura, she's just getting, like, the proper meal, something, because Naruto mentions, they're shinobi, they should probably, not diet, because, they're gonna burn all that energy anyways. So, getting the proper shinobi meal. And basically, Sakura and Sasuke wondering what Bendy and Naruto like to eat. Well, of course, they believe, Naruto to be a ramen addict. Well, this is true. But he makes his favorite ramen, like pork miso barbecue ramen. Like miso pork barbecue ramen. And Bendy, well, bacon soup. But, Naruto, knowing how bacon soup usually is, in the studio, like several years, like out of date, he got very new, like his own type of recipe, like bacon soup. And he actually knows that Bendy does like it. He does like it. So, yeah, they all have what, they want to eat. And, there is, talking being done, they're being sociable. And basically, well, that goes on. And basically, whenever the whole double date thing is finally over, well, basically, that. And, well, basically, that stuff's all good. And, well, whenever that stuff's all done, Naruto eventually becomes a Chunin. And, basically, there's a big time skip. Sasuke, he's Jonin. Mm. Sakura becomes a Jonin. Naruto becomes a Jonin. Seeing as, Kaguya never really did anything, none of the Otsutsuki really come to Earth. So things seem relatively peaceful. And that's when we have another time skip where, Naruto kind of realizing that his life isn't really within the walls of Konoha. His life is more dedicated to his actual family that are actually alive. And those are, those within the studio. And, well, that's whenever, he starts spending more time there and actually manages to get himself, like, a little bit of a pardon thing from the Leaf Village, actually be able to leave there without actually being called a missing nin. Kind of like Jiraiya's, like, little secret services thing that he does. And, well, basically, Naruto just decides to spend the rest of his days, with his actual family. Because even though, Team 7 is like a family to him, it wasn't always like that, There was, like, a lot of rough road ahead. And sometimes it even felt like they were trying to kill each other, so. So, Naruto just feels like, that's how it kind of is. His family is within the ink, the whole thing like the studio. And basically it's declared, the I do's, and then, like, you make, the bride, the groom, whatever. And, well, Naruto seems to just live a happy rest of his life. It is until one day, basically, Naruto having health issues is, starting to cough up a bunch of, like, not only bile, but, blood and even ink. And, starting having, like, mood issues as well. And, they can't really touch his stomach because, then he'll start to convulse in a certain way. And I basically realize, well, they start to really, actually realize that Naruto might actually, be carrying that demon seed. And, usually you wouldn't think that would be possible for, like, a male to do so, but apparently it's happening for some reason. And Bendy, well, just now realizing this, he's like, oh dear God, what have I done? And, Naruto just being like, Bendy, this is a wonderful thing. A beautiful thing. It's like that scene in, like, Star Wars prequels where, like, Anakin and, like, Padme are, like, talking because Padme's pregnant, with Luke. It's like that. Like a very emotionally powerful scene. And, well, it ends up turning out, well, oh boy. Basically, you know, I'm gonna do one of those things like anime, like some anime people, like they name the characters after a certain food. Basically, whenever the child is born, well, Naruto's near exhausted, and Bendy doesn't really know what to do, and so they kind of have to like scrap brain this, like kind of like tough it up for like information on like what to name the child, and they end up coming up with Kala, which forgot for those of you that don't know is short for calamari. Basically, I like fried calamari, so Kala for like short for calamari. So basically, they named the child calamari, not calamari, short for calamari, Kala. Basically, you know, basically, Naruto just looks at little Kala, and just looks at Kala, and just like, aw, they have your. And Bendy's like, and they have your. Basically, they're communicating to each other, you know, Naruto saying that, it's kind of cool that, has the horns and even like wings and even a demon tail, like demon wings and demon tail, which, Bendy really doesn't bring those out often, but, he can do that. He can, but he doesn't do it often. Well, the horns stay there because, like, it's a thing. But, has the horns, has the wings, has the tail. Basically communicating to Bendy about that. Basically, Bendy being like, has your hair and has your eyes. To Naruto. Yeah, basically, the hair and eyes of Naruto, but the horns, the wings, and even the tail of Bendy. Sometimes whenever Bendy is drawn, he doesn't just have the horns, he has wings and tail of a demon. And basically, Kala, the thing about little Kala here, well, this is kind of like the Kushina effect, where basically Naruto is dead. Basically, Naruto literally dies from childbirth. And Bendy is freaking pissed. But, has to, like, rein in the anger because, little Kala. And if any of you guys are wondering, like, the gender of Kala, Kala actually is a girl. And it shows whenever, in a few years, her hair actually grows, like, down to her shoulders. Her literal, like, sun-kissed blonde locks go down to her shoulders. And their cerulean blue eyes, they're adorable. Like, she's like master of the puppy eyes no jutsu. Puppy dog eyes no jutsu. And another tragic thing is, well, Bendy also dies. From an incident with, well, Kalla's training. Apparently, Kalla is not aware of how strong she is, and ends up accidentally killing her father. However, she cannot remember this event because, well, the people at, the ink, the people at the studio, as much as they really don't like talking to the others, ninjas, basically they get a Yamanaka, who's good enough to erase the memory from her head. Yes, literally, she cannot remember because they literally had to, just grin and bear it, get a Yamanaka to erase the memories so that, Kalla wasn't completely depressed for all of her life. She didn't even know how her mother, died. Yeah, basically Naruto being considered, more of the mother type. And now, her father is dead, she barely having any memory of him. No memory, actually, because of, Yamanaka thing. So, she doesn't even know that she has parents. And basically, while she was still unconscious, basically, the Yamanaka suggested, possibly sending her off to somewhere else because, things seem to get rather tragic, being rather tragic. And, well, if they want to ward that off of them, get onto someone else's shoulders. And, as much as they know Bendy would probably, and Naruto would also probably hate them for it, they do take the Yamanaka's advice and, ship her ass over to freaking, Tetsuno Kuni. Freaking Iron Country. And basically there she, enters some sort of freaking tournament where, not really knowing all that much of an identity for herself, only really knowing one thing, that, well, she is a demon, and that her name is Kalla. And actually, a thing about this is something that neither Naruto or Bendy or anyone else knew, is that because of the way the whole birth thing went, Kurama is actually, the full version of Kurama is actually channeled into Kalla whenever she was born. So no wonder she killed Bendy. She is the new container. Basically, what is known is that not only is she the full freaking container of the full freaking Nine Tails, but she, is not only that, but also, purified demon. Full level, purified demon. But she's also, basically they know her name as well. Kalla. Or, pretty much, seeing as she did win the tournament, yeah, she actually went all the way and, kicked the shit out of, the person their freaking ruler, Mifune, selected to actually fight in his place. Kicked his ass, so, yeah, basically, Kala being like, either get the hell out of here, like out of my sight, or, submit to me or we'll die. Basically, Mifune chose the second option, being, submit. Because, he didn't really want to be thrown, like, exiled out of his country. He still has that patriotism, enough of it, to not want to be, like, thrown out. So, yeah, basically, Mifune kind of, basically at Kala's feet. Basically, eventually, Kala's like, I'm bored. So, not much going on. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna, scramble this place. And so basically, she reshapes Tetsuno Kuni into what she wants it to be. No longer a neutral country, just more or less like a drifter country. And basically, whatever she wants to do, like, people don't really have a choice but to, just deal with it. And so basically, she finds some specific individuals. And basically, these individuals, well, basically one of the individuals, one named Grimjow of the Jaggerjack clan, was fighting someone named Ichigo from the Kurosaki clan. And these people that she be bringing with her, they aren't slackers. They're pretty tough in their own right. And so basically, she brought home the whole entire group that she decided to call the Espada, and also Ichigo with, because, Ichigo seemed like a pretty tough dude. And, she was also exploring, Kuso, grass country. And, like, she noticed a kid, and, the kid, like, was basically named, Izuku, and, Izuku was like, I saw my, like, best friend, like, Bakugo, like, die, like, because of some crazy guy wielding the Kiba blades. And basically, like, Kala being like, oh, really? And then just, like, ransacks that entire shit. And basically taking, Izuku of the Midoriya clan, with her. And also kind of noting that the Midoriya clan seemed to be one of the very, like, wealthy and influential clans of the shinobi world, is the Midoriya clan. And so basically using that wealth and influentially, however you say that, like, wealth and influence, to just kind of, like, not move the pieces, but just move the damn board. Like, I'm tired of moving the pieces, I'm gonna move the damn board. And basically, yeah, kind of using the fact that she has, like, basically, I have, like, the sons of, like, one of, like, the most influential clans that, like, the ninjas in, like, all the, like, different elemental countries, like, small and big. It's, like, in my hands, in my grasp, in my custody. But, Kala does still care for Izuku. I mean, if she didn't, like, she would just, have killed him and take that influence for herself. Same thing with Ichigo, like, he was also part of, like, an influential clan. Like, the son of an influential clan. And his father, Ishin, who got pretty much smoked by somebody. And that's why, basically, Ichigo decided to, like, frickin' become a part of the Kiri, like, Anbu force. Under some guy who we didn't even know was a corrupt ruler, Yagura. And so, yeah, basically, even after Yager was, killed, he was like still part of the Anbu because, he felt that as a responsibility. And basically, after his fight with, Grumjow, who was using Kubikiri Bocho in that fight, since he lost, he gave Ichigo Kubikiri Bocho. And, Ichigo's like, great, I have an actual sword now. And basically, seeing as, the Akatsuki are pretty, in stagnation, because of the whole time loop thing, like multi-time loop, basically, like, Grumjow just decided to freaking take, Samehada and just murder dude who had it before with his own damn sword and take it for himself. So yeah, two really tough swordsmen under your influence and control if you wanted to. And basically, one time someone who it looked like they were possibly a candidate or already a part of Root, who basically tried to attack Kala. Basically, Kala let this happen and then fight back later. And so basically, has to do with dancing around with some freaking pole. Basically, just kind of kicks the shit out of the dude. And Kala's like, okay, this is bullshit. And just erases the seal on dude's tongue and his forehead. And basically, the guy's like, who are you? And basically, Kala's like, names? Well, think about this. Well, Dad really didn't belong to a clan, but from what I'm able to remember about anything, well, Mom was part of this Uzumaki clan thing. And basically, so just Kala Uzumaki. And basically, Kala Uzumaki. And, leader of all these guys. And basically, some dude with it looked like a big pile of bananas, for a freaking haircut, came out of nowhere and be like, Goku, what the hell are you doing? Going to get yourself killed. And then basically just realizing the after effects of some Fuinjutsu, and basically just looking at Kala and being like, yeah, I kind of, freed him from some Fuinjutsu that Danzo freaking did on this guy. Aren't you gonna freaking whine about it? And then Riot just goes in for a full ass hug and be like, thank you. I couldn't imagine what I would have done if Danzo had actually managed to take my little brother. And basically, some two guys, they just pop up out of nowhere. And basically, one of them was like, wow, this person managed to actually get rid of Danzo's whole Fuinjutsu thingy. On the tongue and on the forehead. Some of us are only able to do one, and some of us not at all. Even you have difficulty fully removing that shit. Right, Vegeta? And Vegeta being like, shut up, Nappa. Being inside knowing it's true, but just being pissed about it. The whole damn thing. He hates it because he knows it's true. And basically, Vegeta and Nappa would just drop down. And they would be like, you, who are you? Vegeta would be like that. And would just be like, If you were there, then you probably heard my name. And basically, Vegeta's like, fine, Kala Uzumaki. And then basically, Kala would actually be like, actually, I was being pretty chill with the kid, but just for your information, FYI, Kala Uzumaki, Princess of Tetsuno Kuni. And basically, Vegeta would be like, what? Basically, Nappa being like, wow, you're, Prince of all Saiyans. And this lady's a princess of all of Iron Country. Damn! Maybe if you could hook up with her, you'd have pretty chill kids. Pretty badass kids. And, Vegeta's been like, inside he'd be like internally blushing, but outside he looks pretty pissed. At Nappa, of all people. And basically, like, Kala would be like, did you say something about carrots? And basically Vegeta would be like, Kakarot's the name I give Goku whenever I'm mad at him. For being stupid. And letting that asshole, toy with us. His family line as well. I don't care who of them are they, but I'm still not letting this down. And after all the other crap we have to deal with. Say, you ever heard of a man by the name of Frieza? The one who calls himself Emperor of the Universe? And apparently he's also paired up with certain two individuals. All for One and Orochimaru. And I've also heard rumors of something else, but I'm not exactly sure if it's true or not, or if that individual is even still alive. And basically Kyle would be like, well, what individual would that be? And Vegeta would just be like, have you ever heard of the name Dio Brando? And basically Kyle would be like, oh, he is still alive. He is a vampire. And he ain't letting that top of the morning touch him. He is an immortal-ass vampire. He is a literal generational hater. He will not die until the entire Joestar family line has kicked a fucking bucket. And basically, Vegeta would be like, Joestar? I see. Well, I guess that means that it will count as more support than what we originally thought. And Nappa would be like, what, the Gotai 13? Well, there's that one guy. He called himself Sosuke Aizen. And basically, you would hear something in the bushes would be like, shit. And basically, Kala would be like, and basically, be like, Kala would be like, oh, hell no. And basically, somebody would just pop up in front of the dude and be like, hey there, Sosuke Aizen. And basically, the dude being like, hi. And basically, next thing you know, it's just like, how about you take this? Basically, it's just like, oh my god. Star Platinum! And basically, dude would be like, wait, what? And be like, oh, no, 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 and basically, time resumes. Bitch ass. And basically, it was like, And basically, Vegeta would not, and Nappa basically say, basically, Kala just kicked the shit out of Aizen, who was hiding, trying to, scheme, like make some plans, and just kick the shit out of him alongside some sort of stand. Like, at least that's what they're called. A stand. Basically, this one being known as Star Platinum. And basically, Vegeta being like, hey, how the hell do you have a stand? And basically, Nappa being like, well, and also to answer a question you might have, we have a jutsu that allows us to see stands of stand users. And basically, it's like, Kala is just like, oh, nothing about it. It's just like, the whole thing, just like, so yeah, basically, Kala has with her, Izuku Midoriya, the Espada, pairing up with Izuku Midoriya, the Espada, and Ichigo. And may I remind you, freaking Grimmjow has freaking Samehada, and Ichigo has freaking Kubikuri Bocho. And another thing, seeing as already has a stand, Star Platinum, Kala just, freely gives, a half of the 9 tails to Grimmjow. And another half of the, well, not really you want to do that because, Ichigo basically mentions about Zangetsu and how technically more than one person. So, yeah, basically not really needing to do that for Ichigo. So, yeah. And he's basically given the more grumpy half because, Grimjaw's already used to that by now. And basically, the Saiyans have the Gotai 13 with them, and, well, basically not only that, but they know about stands, and, well, Kala has with her Ichigo, Grimmjow, the rest of the freaking Espada, and Izuku. Who at this point has gotten to 35%, one for all. And basically, everyone basically being told that Frieza is working with All For One and Orochimaru. And basically, Vegeta's estimate basically being that, Frieza's, somewhere up in, Demon Country. And, since the Gotai 13 basically are already hooked up in Sky Country, so obviously they aren't going to let him in. And so he's in Demon Country. I mean, come on, dude, look at the dude's damn horns. Whenever he enters, second form. Jesus Christ. And basically, Orochimaru is, in Rice Fields Country. Basically, all that, Oh boy. Well, All For One, his ass, just deciding, some pre-fight shenanigans. He's been causing trouble and, a bunch of stuff near, Fire Country, but not actually in Fire Country, just near it. And, seeing as this dude's so good at hiding himself, the Fire Daimyo can't really do anything. So he's like requested, help because they, like these people like they call themselves pro heroes, and basically the only one who's actually gotten close enough to like actually wound the dude enough to actually fall back is this person called All Might. And basically Izuku said that he saw All Might and he's his favorite hero dude, and basically he gave him his quirk thing, and he's actually gotten all the way up to 35% of it. And All Might saying about how it was passed down to him through his master, like freaking Nana Shimura. And, well, basically now that everything's about, stands is, like, mentioned, basically, where the hell would Dio be? The whole thing about Dio is like, mentioned. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's just say he jumped the entire gang in rain. Yeah. Dude just basically decided to say, like, F all you guys. I am Dio. Not Dio Brando. I am capital D, capital I, capital O. Dio. And basically decided to, go all tyrannical ruler on, like, the asses of everybody in freaking rain. And, do his whole shit in the freaking shadows. Basically being like, good old Dio day. Like, that shit. And basically the only one who was really able to do anything to stop him, because the Deva path just got, nicked from behind. And so, Obito was like, he's gonna use his Kamui to suck him into the Kamui dimension. Well, 1 second before he's actually able to activate Kamui, Dio just decides, Zawardo! And just like, and basically it's like, 1 minute has passed, 2 minutes have passed, 3 minutes have passed, 4 minutes have passed, 5 minutes have passed, 6 minutes have passed, 7 minutes have passed, 8 minutes have passed, 9 minutes have passed. And he's basically just like, Zorwaroda! And like, bang! Freaking steamroller is just like, and then basically just like 10 minutes have passed. Time resumes. And basically just like, go to Dio there. It's like, just like, I am Dio. Basically just being like, just kick the shit out of Obito. screwing up all of the plans. He's just like, Koro de Ode. And, just making himself his own little throne. And oh my god. Basically, around this time, well, the Saiyans and the Gotai 13, because they're in contact with the Saiyans, would be getting, in contact with, the other group. And, well, basically, they'd be discussing stands. And basically, Callow would bring up the whole thing about how do you guys even know about stands? Like, weren't we supposed to discuss that? Vegeta would be like, oh yeah, that. Liz. And basically, someone stepping out of the shadows, some, girl, would be like, Vegeta, what is it now? And basically, Vegeta would be like, Kalu Uzumaki, meet Eliza Joestar. Yes, literally, freaking Eliza Joestar. I made a new member of the Joestars. Eliza Joestar, or as called by everyone else, just Liz. But apparently, for some reason, the Saiyans are really good at hiding her from Dio, or else she would have not been alive for this long. Which is something, Vegeta wants. Like, he just loves rubbing that in her face. Like, if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't be alive for this long. And, Eliza just, whatever response she wanted to get out of Vegeta, for whatever reason, just decides to go up to Kala and, actually kiss her. Freaking kiss her. Well, and by the way, whenever I said Saiyans, I also meant Universe 6 Saiyans, so yes, Kaba, Khalifa, and Kale are also in this. So, yeah, and, back to the fact that, Kala just got kissed by, Eliza, or as Vegeta calls her, Liz. Eliza Joestar. And basically, that old cold shit. And basically, whenever that happens, basically, what appears in front of Eliza being like, well, what is that? Is that's, oh my god. That's Star Platinum! You have a stand and that's, oh my god, you have that stand. And basically, Callie would be like, aw, don't break away yet. That was delicious. And it was also very, very, very invigorating. And basically, that would just be like all that. Be like, after that, Kala seems to have the hots for Eliza. And Eliza ain't gonna lie to herself. She feels the hots for her too. And basically Eliza just being like, well, you managed to dominate me. Come on, I'll show you my stand. And basically, yeah, it would be like that. Basically, she would be like, she just have her hands out in the Frieza position because she knows this irks Vegeta so damn hard whenever she does that. And basically, something else that irks her so damn hard whenever, like, irks Vegeta so damn hard whenever she does that is literally, as soon as she does it, she summons forth her stand Moonblade. Moonblade. And basically, Moonblade appears looking freaking like, oh shit. Basically, Moonblade just, kind of says it all in the name. The blades literally look like they're reflecting moonlight off of them. But really, it's just some undescribable energy source that seems to shred through anything, even other stands and their users, regardless of the actual stand effect. It can actually shred through stand effects. And this also, is the same for their entire body whenever this whole stand effect of Moonblade is actually active. So basically, it negates all stands, except for itself. Actually, that's actually not the full name of the stand. The full name of the stand is actually Mirror Moonblade. You know, you know, basically, Mirror Moonblade is just, just like tight. And basically, Eliza would just be like, it was like, me and Mirror Moonblade were just in the middle of something until you summoned me. Oh, great Prince Vegeta the Fourth. And Vegeta would be like, well, what was so important that you have to have a mood with me, Liz? And basically, Eliza would be like, you come out now, Slady Wady. Oh, and you too, Yushiro. Oh, and Karapika, don't be shy. Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that about right. Freaking Slade from the 2003 Teen Titans, show. And, basically, Yoshiro Hanma from freaking Baki. And Karapika from freaking... I forgot the name. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. just come out of the shadows, and basically Vegeta's like, that's not someone, that's someone's, Liz. And Liz is like, well, I'll give you proper respect whenever you give me proper respect, asshole. And also, that also includes, um, I think you know, Mirror Moon Blade. And, Vegeta's like, you and your stand? Fine, damn it. Eliza, Mirror Moon Blade. You can do whatever. And basically, Kala just looking at this. And even seeing, Khalifa, like, Kale, and freaking Kaba there, like, just finally now entering because they're like, oh shit, this, like, we better do something just in case this gets crazy. Because, you're like, freaking Yoshiro Hanma, freaking, like, Slade Wilson, Yoshiro Hanma, and Kurapika are about to freaking, like, show up, like, do their shit. So yeah, they're like, yeah, we should probably get out there before, like, they start, doing the shit. Because they know about how Slade, like, has, like, the God Blades and the freaking axe that he took from a thing that tried to keep him from getting his mortality back. And basically, Yoshiro Hanma has, like, the demon back. And Kurapika has his whack-ass chains. Or chain, well, whatever. His nin ability. And they're just like, good God, all these different abilities are just different forms of chakra. The God Slayer and, like, the freaking axe are just, like, demonic chakra. And the freaking chain that Kurapika has, like, nin ability. Basically, a nin ability is basically the exact opposite of what Reiatsu is. Reiatsu is, like, more spiritually inclined chakra. And nin is basically more physically inclined chakra. So, basically, nin ability, Kurapika's nin ability is freaking chains. And basically, the freaking demon back is just like, if you made your entire body like the 8 freaking gates, like the different backs, not just the demon back, but like the other backs are just like, if you like made your entire body the 8 freaking gates. Basically, you have to be that freaking intense to have like the demon back. Because demon back is like all the way to the level of like 8 gates or for your like entire body. Like overload with like 8 gates power. And just Yoshiro Hanma just like, he's just that guy. And so basically Yoshiro and Slade and Kurapika are out there and they're just like, what's up? And basically, Ukiura just like steps up to, like freaking Kurapika and it's like, well, I personally, seeing as there's a little bit of an alliance forming, in between us, basically, don't really know what to do right now, but I don't want to be eternally bored forever, so, hey, let's have a fight. like training session, I guess. Though I must warn you, I'm no weak little piece of shit. Like you might have fought in the past. Oh, and Kurapika would just, like, have, like, a shovel, like, strapped to his back. And that's why Ukiura would have mentioned that. Because he would have seen the shovel. And Kurapika would be like, oh, you saw my shovel. Well, I'll be the one to judge if you're a weak-ass little piece of shit. we're not. And basically, Ukiura was just like, oh, so you want to get it done, don't you? Oh, you just made a very big mistake. And basically, Stark and Lil Annette are there, and basically, Lil Annette is just like, oh my god, that dude just pissed Ukiura off. Actually got him to show emotion. And, basically, Lil Annette and freaking Ginpachi's, like, person, freaking Yachiru just like hugging themselves for like comfort. Like freaking Lillinet and like Yachiru are just like, oh god, the guy pissed off Ukiura. And basically, Ukiura is just like goes into his resurrection no jutsu, and basically starts scrapping with Karipika, and basically like Karipika is like actually like, dude, in this form you actually match my chain and ability. That's pretty cool. Let's see if you can actually beat it though. And Ukiura's like, oh, so you really want the smoke? And Karapika's like, wait, what? And then he's just like, so go into a Tappa. Boom! And he just, like, Ichigo's just like, oh, just from that alone, I know I could not beat that. And basically Grimjaw's like, dude, I don't even think you need to tell yourself that. I could tell yourself that. And just starts to kick the shit out of Karapika. And basically, just takes his shovel and yeets it in the other direction. And basically is like, now concede, dumbass. And basically Karapika's like, I concede. And basically, Slade and, Yajiro is just like, they're both like looking at each other and looking at the fight, and they're just like, man, they both weak ass. And basically, Yashiro basically had been talking with Slade and mentioning how, he's called the strongest creature on the planet. And basically, Slade is like, well, did you literally kill a freaking Dark Souls boss looking mofo to get your freaking humanity back, and then, kill the devil, sort of, like, halfway, quarter way, kick the shit out of the devil? And Yujiro's just like, okay, I concede. That's freaking insane. Dude, you freaking insane. Just like he thought he was badass, but, Slade literally just said that he killed some Dark Souls boss looking ass mofo in order to get his freaking mortality back, and then just decided to go freaking kick the shit out of some Satan ass looking dude. And basically, Jiro's like, I never did anything like that. Jesus Christ, I concede, okay, I concede. And so, Yashiro's basically just looking in like, okay, who's some guy I can fight? And so basically he's like, a girl, I'll fight you. And basically, Khalifa's like, my name is Khalifa. And, I am one of the Satans. And basically, Yashiro's just like, oh, so you're one of those, who has that dog in y'all. This'll be fun. And, in between all of this, there are two other people that Kala actually ends up revealing that she spotted and, could be useful. Being named, well, basically, they're both women, but, oh, do not underestimate them. They are freaking, T-something model looking crazy people. Freaking two names. Roberta and Tanya. Yes, literally going that far to get to the initiative. And yes, they both have their aimbot level skills. And basically, they just everybody freaking just sees this, fight going on in between Yashiro and freaking Khalifa. And basically, Yashiro just going all this fight, and basically, Khalifa's like, "Why aren't you using your true power? I can tell that you're fighting, like you're not fighting with your true power." And basically, Yashiro is just like, "Well, I can tell that you haven't gotten to your true power because you can't. At least not at the state you are in now. You're just like my son Pocky. This will be fun." And then he starts flaring up that demon back, and just, it's all she wrote. All she wrote from then on there out. Kale had to go over there and, like, start, medical jutsu and, like, Arion and stuff on freaking Khalifa. Like, it was that bad. Like, just basically, it gets to all that. Basically, now it's, well, and basically Slade is just like, "Oh, it's finally time for me to do something." And basically, at this point, Kala didn't even want to watch, and neither did Vegeta, because at this point it was just a freaking like it wasn't even funny how bad everybody was getting their ass kicked who threw themselves at Slade. Slade just a whole nother different unit of a man. And so basically, they all have their objectives out. Basically, there's Frieza, there's freaking Orochimaru, there's freaking All For One, and, because of Dio's whole shenanigans, freaking Dio. And this was like the pre-fight shenanigans stuff. Whenever he had that guy keep on running up the same set of stairs with his freaking time thing. Like, Jesus Christ. But then you got the people that are actually on the side of, our heroes, or whatever you call that shit, that good shit. That Mary Jane, the ganja, the marijuana, the devil's grass, whatever the hell Bill Clinton or whatever his name, like whatever president called it, like the freaking devil's grass. Like, dude, whatever kind of devil's grass, like, the only kind of nether grass, like, the only kind of devil's grass I know of is freaking nether quartz. That's the only kind of devil's grass I know of. And don't you guys dare get me started on the freaking warden. I mean, the Ender Dragon and freaking Wither are bad enough, but good God, the warden. I mean, I just think the Ender Dragon is a freaking cutie. And the Wither has way too many damn heads. Please do not take that the wrong way, Internet. They probably already have. And the warden is just... Wow, who in the hell had a freaking wet dream upon wet dreams in order to make that thing a reality? Anyways. I believe that is the show. Oh, God, what the hell did I do to my back? I think it just exploded. Like some energy demon. Anyways, well, that's a wrap. See you next time.